Moving on. Sony reveals PS5 Pro 30th anniversary collection. Let me just say something before I ask you guys. I put this over to the panel. Mori last week was
Mhm.
one of the strongest proponents against Microsoft, Sony releasing a $700 console. Chat, I want you guys to hear me.
That's
And as
crazy.
soon as they revealed the 30th anniversary collection, this boy flipped on a dime.
You know what?
A
Instantly.
dime,
Yeah,
Instantly.
yeah, yeah.
He was
You
like,
caught me.
right?
Oh yeah.
Trez, what
Oh
are your
yeah.
thoughts?
Oh wow.
No. I want to ask Trez. I want to know what Trez thinks about it.
No.
Because Trez is
Oh,
he's officially a PC gamer now. He's not really big on
buy a
consoles
PC,
anymore.
don't buy a PlayStation 5.
I'm
we
so
go.
sorry. I thought you were asking what were Trez's thoughts on my
Tell him.
Sony pony tendencies, and I was like, what the hell? Like, why am I about to
No,
get grilled by the whole panel? Okay, no,
you
Trez,
might.
Trez,
You
what do
might.
you?
You
Damn,
might.
that sucks. Damn, that sucks.
You
All
know.
right, Trez, go ahead.
You
Take
already
me.
have a PlayStation 5.
Yes, you do.
I do. I do.
Why do you need the Pro?
Well, I was the person arguing that I didn't need the Pro, but I do need that version of the Pro. Let's be honest. All right. Have you seen the design?
I'm looking
It's
at
so
it right
sexy.
now.
Yeah. Tell me that doesn't like get your nether regions going. You can't tell me it doesn't.
Wow.
There's something. Yeah. Like I'm standing on business.
You know what it is? I
That
feel like they're
got
appealing
me
to
excited.
collectors here. I think that's what it is.
Yes.
It's appealing to collectors.
Yes.
I mean, for me personally, it doesn't like it's how much is it going for? $700?
No, it's actually it's going to be like 1,000 or something like that.
It's
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 insane.
probably going to be more expensive. It's going to be more expensive because
Yeah.
it's a collector's edition.
You can buy a PC for $1,000. That would be a pretty decent PC.
Yeah.
That's my
All
thoughts on
this
it.
is valid.
We
All
had
this is
Reaper
valid.
last week. We had Reaper was it last week? Come up here on the show and
Sure
say
did.
that.
Yeah.
Say the
Yeah,
same
there you
thing.
go.
So I don't know,
And
bro.
then you can upgrade your PC
gradually
for
over
much
time.
less money by the time PlayStation 6 comes out.
This is true. This is true. I can't argue this. I can't argue. No, I if the argument is that like you're gonna get more value for buying a PC for $1,000 than this PlayStation 5 Pro, I would agree with that. I just being totally honest, I was being a bit facetious. I'm not actually gonna go out and spend $1,000 on this super limited edition. Besides,
You're
by
gonna
the time
spend
I could,
2,000.
I'm going to pay $2,000 because the scalpers are going to resell it and I'm going to be there day one. No, all of these are going to be gone the minute they go live. Scalpers are going to buy up. There's only like 2,000 or 3,000 of them being made. I can't remember what the exact number was. I will never see one of these, and not one PlayStation fan will. Scalpers will buy these up and they'll resell them to people with a ton of money. But I was being a bit facetious on Twitter. But yeah, I do think this is a really great marketing move by Sony. Like in the midst of announcing like a really bad announcement of, oh yeah, our console, our like upgrade is $700. And if you want to put your discs in your hardware again, you're gonna have to pay another $100. Like that's crazy, bro. And pay $30 more for the stand. If you want to put it up on its side, pay me $30 more. But this is good. This appeals to the Sony pony. I'm no longer mad because I just saw a really sexy console that reminds me of the PS1, a console I never even played, but I'm still excited. I don't know.
All right. So this is coming from our producer, Jeremy, in the back. He's saying it's 12,300 units.
Yeah,
So that's a lot.
That's a lot.
I mean,
in
the grand scheme of things, no. You're right.
More than my
demand.
stupid 3,000 number though. 3,000 was not accurate. Yeah.
Maury, I get it though. If I were like a Sony fanboy, I would definitely want this.
Yeah.
So like I understand where you're coming from, but it
But the value proposition isn't there. The value proposition isn't there. I agree with Trez. Like there's no reason to spend $1,000 on this when you could just get a PC. I agree. But
especially when you consider the specs though, right? Especially when you consider the specs. It's like 2 terabyte hard drive is SSD, Wi-Fi 7, a Wi-Fi in like 7 territories, supports what's that? This is the standard? What's the standards? Supporting the standard of what?
Oh,
so it's coming with the DualSense controllers too to match the whole aesthetic of the thing. But is the portal? My question is because I'm a little bit confused with the noting here. Is the portal also a part of this bundle, or do you have to buy the portal separately? Will it be sold separately?
I feel like the portal has to be separate, right? Like, because if you're buying the Pro,
because if not, that's like $2,000 right there off rip.
Right.
If but Jeremy's saying it's sold separately.
Yeah.
So
Wait, the PS5 sold 500,000 units in 20 minutes.
because of scalpers.
Is that true?
Probably. That's
No,
believable.
bro. So when the PS5 first released, there was a lot of scalping that was happening during that time. PS5 and the Xbox. And
Yeah.
in
I think he
order,
got
like
scammed.
instant sold out, bro. They
I
were
think he got
instantly
scammed
sold out. A lot of them.
buying from somebody online.
Really?
Yeah, he got his money back, but he did get scammed.
Dang.
Wow. No. I waited. No, it's not that serious. I'm gonna be honest.
Again, I just want to
Keep
remind
going.
everyone, I got an exclusive pre-order from Sony because they love me so much. I just want to remind everyone that, like, if you
Right.
sat and waited in that
Right.
Best Buy like line online, you're hilarious. Sony emailed me personally to give me a pre-order. You know,
Imagine if Cash just shut off his mic and shut off his camera real quick, and as soon as that rant started, that'd have been hilarious.
that'd have been crazy. I'd have been a little offended. I would have been a little upset, a little hurt.
It would have just been funny.
Yeah.
Just hang up.
It's okay. Well, I will not be getting the PS5 Pro, Alpha, Omega, Deluxe, Super Turbo. I will not be getting it.
Oh, Reaper just showed up in the chat. So the PS5 Retro Collection still has no disc drive for you to put a PS1 disc in.
That's crazy.
Even though it looks like a PS1.
Even though it looks like a PS1.
That's
wow,
crazy.
Reaper came in here swinging. I'm just saying.
That's
actually a hard fact.
You can put on your hoodie from high school, but that's not gonna get the knee pain at your knees.
Nah, you're still gonna be an adult. You're gonna have to adult. And again, going back to the PlayStation 5 Pro digital, that one I think that's gonna be launched with a 1 terabyte hard drive SSD, matching limited edition accessories, dual sense wireless controller, and console cover. I haven't seen is it the panel? Is that what they're talking about? I'm assuming it's the panels, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what we just call them panels.
Yeah. I want to clarify as well, as much as I am very critical of the PS5 Pro's price point, and as much as I jokingly this week said that I would buy this collection, right? That PS5 Pro is going to sell like hot cakes when GTA 6 comes out. The 50% of people still on that PS4, they're all buying this. They're all buying this.
I really do think that's when that's going to go the hardest, especially because it's being paired with it. Because apparently they got clearance to do that. They're going to be pairing GTA 5. So they're marketing the PS5 Pro as the optimal console to play GTA 5 when it launches.
GTA 6.
It's going to get GTA 6, sorry, when it launches. So that's going to be crazy. And remember, half of PlayStation's ecosystem is still on PS4. There's going to be a lot of purchases for the PS5 Pro when that drops. By the end of the year, I think in October, November.
So it'll be a quarter of the total ecosystem purchasing.
You think so?
If it's going to be half of the PlayStation 4 users, then and the PlayStation 4 users are half of the ecosystem, then that's a quarter of the whole ecosystem upgrading to a new console.
Yeah.
At least, probably.
Go ahead, Maury.
No, I was just gonna say, I think in total it'll be like a fourth of their ecosystem goes over, but I think that takes like 2 years. I don't think that happens like instantaneously.
No, I don't think so as well. But I also think people who are already existing PS5 players, like PS5 owners, will also transition because they're gonna, they feel the need to transition to the more optimal machine, so to speak. So yeah, I can see all of that happening.
There's 118 million people who use PlayStation.
Yeah,
so if it's going to be a quarter, then you're looking at 30, almost 30 million people. That's crazy.
That's a good number. That's a great number.
That's a crazy number.
Yeah, it is. It's insane.
And I feel like consoles usually sell out their predecessors faster.
Sometimes, but you have to remember.
This is just a Pro. This is not like a PlayStation 6. This is just So it's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like in related news, Sony is saying like the core console, it will remain. Sony reported that the console will be like the core of its like business model. So the CEO says, let's go into this article from is this the gamer?
Yes.
Because even Sony has expanded into the PC market and PC gaming as a whole and continues to become more and more popular. Console will still remain a major part of PlayStation's business. That bit, that bit of information comes from Hideki Nishino, the CEO of Sony's Interactive Entertainment Platform Business Group, via a new interview with Japanese publication Nikkei. I hope I'm saying those names correctly. Nishino, along with Herman Holtz, succeeded Jim Ryan as CEO as PlayStation following Ryan's retirement. Holtz became CEO of the newly named studio Business Group. Interview, which was transcribed by Video Games Chronicles, makes it clear that PlayStation consoles, including the forthcoming PS5 Pro, will continue to be the priority for particularly when it comes to the game releases. So yeah, so even though they're considering like having games day and date on PC, they're still saying that hey, we are still focused on consoles. That's where our market is. I think that's kind of contrary when it comes to like Xbox, considering what I see Xbox doing. That's very, it's very different. The model that PlayStation, not Xbox, is going for. I don't know what do you guys think about that before we transition.
Trez, talk to me, baby. Give me those sultry tones.
I don't know. I'm kind of like indifferent on all of it.
PC,
do you have Game Pass,
PC
Trez?
Master Race?
No, I don't. I used to have Game Pass. I used to have PlayStation Plus, and I wound up just not. I understand the whole like what they're trying to push with it, and how they're trying to bring things to, like the casual gamer of like they want to put everything in the cloud, basically. Well, with Game Pass at least.
Yeah.
But I found myself like never playing a bunch of the games that were on there for the 1 or 2 games that got released a year. It's not worth the like $15 a month that I was paying, so that's why I got rid of Game Pass. And then same thing with like PlayStation Network. I just kind of transitioned over to PC and stopped really playing on there, unless I was playing like Spider-Man 2 before it came out. I think it was announced for PC, but hasn't been released yet. Yeah, like stuff like that is now the only reason why I use my PlayStation. So
I think in the long run, cloudifying your ecosystem will be the successful market. One day Xbox Game Pass will just be on every TV, and all you'll need is a controller, and you'll be able to play all the games. That's
slowly that's where they're headed.
It makes sense. It's gonna be a while before they get there, but I do think once they get there, it's like there's
no going back.
Exactly.
TVs are going to be equipped to play video games I promise you, within the next 10 years, TVs are going to be equipped to play video games. Xbox Game Pass will be, because you think Xbox Game Pass will ever go away, guys?
Yes, I do.
I don't.
You think so? I don't think it's going anywhere.
I think it's going to become so unprofitable within time. Like I think they're just doing damage control right now, putting it on PlayStations. I don't know. Like, what do you do? What do you do if one day it does move over to televisions exclusively, and then you don't have like a PlayStation?
You don't have to buy the consoles. They up the price. They put exclusive games on there, and they increase the library. They're gonna put the whole library in that system, and then you're gonna be paying, I don't know, a much heftier price.
But they're bleeding. Yeah, well, yeah, you'd have to pay a heftier price. I don't know that consumers will pay that. I think that will be the downfall of Game Pass. Is it's going to be too big for a consumer.
I mean,
it'll never be exclusive to just like a TV or something like that. What'll happen is it'll just be an app.
And it's going to go across the board.
You can get, you can play on your PC, that you can play on your console, that you can play on your TV, because everything's just going to run in the cloud, and that's why they won't need any like processing power on the actual device. It's all
iPad in 10 years.
Yeah, iPad
in 10 years.
And so far, cloud gaming. Yeah, and so far, cloud gaming is pretty decent. It's not great, but like if you have a good internet connection, you can play games on cloud.
Wait till you can have a slab that's like twice the size of this. You can sit it anywhere and have your controller, and you can play with your friends. That is where we're headed in the future.
I agree. Man, I don't know. I do not have faith in Game Pass in its current format. Like, I think
is already gonna kill console. Wait till the
Yes.
TV, iPad, mobile. There is no surviving, bro. Look at this thing right here has literally replaced every tool that we have constructed. Tools that used to be entire buildings. One day, I promise you, this is going to be your console.
Sure. And I agree with all this. My only thing with Game Pass is like something has to change over there. Like, I don't know if that's Call of Duty not being on Game Pass. I don't know what it is, but like Xbox is just way too big.
You would pay $50 a month to not need a console and have access to every game.
But it's not 15.
50.
Oh, 50
is a lot.
You would.
50
to never have to buy a console. Okay, how many $50 payments would you recoup not having to spend $700 on a console?
If that $700 on a console lasts me 8 years, which is the average generation, that means that I'm paying...
When was the last time you bought a console that you're about to replace? The one you're about to replace with this new PlayStation, when did you buy that?
Well, I don't have to replace it with a Pro, right? So in my head, if this console generation lasts 8 years and it was a $500 console, that means that on average...
I agree with that logic.
I'm saving so much money a month. Like, I'm nowhere near $50 a month.
But you don't. No. But you have to buy the games.
Sure.
But you have to buy the games.
Sure, that's fair. Yeah.
But, so $50 a month. You don't have to buy a $700 console. You still have to buy a TV, but you would have had to buy it anyways because consoles will come with TVs. And so.
It's the ease of access. It's just like I can have it and I have it right now, and I there's no barrier to entry, and it's like I think the most profitable game of all time is Candy Crush, and it's because it's addictive. You just and you can just download it.
No, I think GTA is the most profitable piece of media ever created. 200 million copies sold.
Yeah, that might be. I know Candy Crush has made $20 billion.
Candy Crush is definitely up there.
It's up there. I'm not taking that away from you. I just want to do the journalism thing.
Yeah, I mean GTA also has been GTA 5. You mean? Because that's been,
the latest one is the most profitable piece of media, more than any album, movie, or video game ever made.
Yeah,
right. But Candy Crush, but Candy Crush doesn't define as a piece of media because it's an app.
Yeah, it's just a video game. It's just a game.
It's still a video game though, which is a piece of media.
Like a mobile game.
Yeah.
But it's still it's a very addictive game. Is basically what Cuz is saying.
Wait, has Candy Crush not made more than GTA 5? I was sure Candy Crush made more than GTA 5.
Candy Crush has made $20 billion. I don't know how much.
The most profitable piece of media ever is GTA 5.
Candy Crush.
My point is
Candy Crush versus GTA 5. Let's see.
My point is it's made so much money because it's so easy to just download, and it's addictive. And if you give that ease of access, like with Game Pass, and I see what they're doing, I'm sure that they might not be making money now, but give it 5 years, and that's what they're like. They're throwing all their chips into it. Like they know that they're bleeding money, and they're just like, it'll happen eventually. It'll catch. People will catch on. Their end game is like 5-10 years from now. It's not right. Like, like they're not looking at annual revenues and being like, we didn't do it.
I actually think the end game is like 10, 15 years. No, not the end game, but where they think they want to think 10, 15 years ahead, not just 5.
Yeah. The long run, just a long game.
Yeah.
Just for the record, GTA 5 generated $8.6 billion US dollars. So that means Candy Crush is technically more profitable, and it's not a piece of media, and that's why.
It's technically more profitable?
I mean, 20 billion is more than.
Oh, whoa! They made 20 billion. Wow.
Yeah.
As of September 2023, it has reached over 20 billion, which means it's even more now. Who knows what it's at now?
Yeah.
Then why is GTA touted as the most profitable piece of media ever?
It's the most profitable piece of media Candy Crush isn't like a piece of media. I can't.
That was just a funny moment.
No, I was slightly upset. I was like, Heartless, I swear I've tried to tell you.
It's a game, which is what we consider.
Yeah,
a piece
like
of
I
media.
would consider it media.
Yeah,
but
I would consider it media too.
But it's microtransactions. It's not copies sold. It's mom
Germ
buying
is saying that is not true. What is not true, chat? Let's get to the bottom of this. Let's get to the bottom of this.
This is insane. This is insane.
What
I feel like a
what are we
madman.
talking about now?
No, literally.
What are we talking about right now? Now I'm lost.
Germ's wrong. Skip this. He's saying Pokemon is the most profitable form of media. It is. The
Oh no, he's trolling. He's trolling. He's trolling.
We're talking about individual pieces of media.
IP
one
is
singular
different.
item.
Yeah.
One singular item. One game. GTA 5 has made more money than any singular Pokemon game.
So wait, are you telling me that Candy Crush is not considered to be a form of media?
I'm not doing this, bro. I'm not doing this.
I'm lost.
Y'all are gonna make
I'm
me
lost
tweak
there.
out.
Is it not a game?
No, bro. You guys
he looked at me like I was wilding, but he looked at me
If it's
like
a
I was
game,
wilding,
it's a form of media. I agree.
It's a form of media.
No,
Yeah,
this is
I think
outrageous.
you're on your own here, Maury.
Yeah.
I feel, what is wrong? These categories, bro. I'm so lost. What's going on?
No, we said piece of media. Piece of media, and we said GTA 5. We didn't fumble this bag. Y'all fumbled this bag. We specifically were talking about GTA 5. Every number we gave you was about GTA 5. We said piece of media, GTA 5.
Well, you know what's crazy? When I go to thing, it says list of best-selling video games of all time. You know what's up there? Minecraft is at what 300 million?
Yeah, Minecraft is like real high too.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
The dude who made that bought Beyonce's house.
Wow.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yep.
Wow.
Jay-Z and Beyonce's mega billionaire house. He bought their house. Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Y'all want to make an app?
I thought about it.
All right, guys, moving on. We've been on this topic for way too long. So in other news, because we were talking about mobile games. Ooh, Maury's
going to cry because we was like, nah, you wildin'.
Yeah, we know the news because speaking